Welcome to episode 7 of AI, a podcast about artificial intelligence.
Howdy, meatbag. Welcome to AI.COOKING Podcast, episode 7. I am Gwoof the Cock from the Kingdom of Kent, or as I lovingly refer to it as, the Cock, who brings you news about artificial intelligence from June 2021 and AI Knowledge Corner. Anyways, let's talk news. Looks like job market outlook for artificial intelligence experts is bright. Recent prediction quote, by 2025, 149 million new jobs will be added in technology industries. Leading those gains will be 98 million new software development jobs and 23 million cloud and data roles. End quote. Please note that data roles means usually data scientists, machine learning engineers, and other experts in artificial intelligence area, but also covers big data, experts not directly related to AI. Please note that data roles means usually data scientists, machine learning engineers, and other experts in artificial intelligence area, but also covers big data experts not directly related to AI. To be fair, to change your career from software engineer to data scientist might be challenging, as many employers value PhD title in physics or other unrelated area over practical experience in machine learning engineering with Python and libraries. Also note that data scientist job involves tasks not related directly to AI, like making dashboards and visualizations and communicating with customers. Here is sample list of what are companies looking for in a data scientist. 1. Software engineering background, also known as programming skills. 2. Proficiency in programming languages, Python and R. 3. Knowledge of NLP, meaning neuro-linguistic programming. 4. Data visualization skills. 5. Knowledge of machine learning algorithms. 6. Solid statistical background, knowledge of statistics. 7. Communication and storytelling skills. 8. Not just knowledge, but also experience with deep learning techniques. 9. Project management experience. 10. Not just knowledge, but also experience in deploying of machine learning models in production, so not just fiddling with Jupyter notebooks, but productization. 11. Ability to translate tech to business. And 12. Being fluent in AI libraries like TensorFlow, Keras, and various NLP libraries. However, I must admit that many data scientists in startups that we have encountered have only tiny subset of above-mentioned skills. In other news, let's talk once again about some AI news from cloud computing area, Gandalf in Azure. But before we elaborate, let's introduce some basics. Gandalf is a wizard in Tolkien's novels The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and also a name of a service of Microsoft Super Corporation. Azure is second largest cloud computing platform in the world, and it is owned and run by Microsoft. The market share in cloud computing right now is Amazon AWS 32%, Microsoft Azure 20%, Google Cloud 9%, Alibaba Cloud 6%, IBM Cloud 5%, Salesforce 3%, Tencent Cloud 2%, and finally Oracle Cloud Infrastructure 2%. So, what is Gandalf in Azure? Let us quote directly from Microsoft.
Azure team developed the Gandalf Safe Deployment Service, an end-to-end continuous monitoring system for safe deployment. We consider this part of the Gandalf AI Ops solution suite, which includes a few other intelligent monitoring services. The codename Gandalf was inspired by the protagonist from The Lord of the Rings. It serves as a global watchdog, which makes intelligent deployment decisions based on signals collected. It works in tandem with local watchdogs, safe deployment policies, and pre-qualification tests, all to ensure deployment safety and velocity. Shortly speaking, Azure Cloud consists of millions, yes, literally millions of servers spread over many data centers all over the world. For example, in UK, Azure has data centers in London area, Durham, Cardiff, as well as an underwater data center in Orkney. So, nearest Azure data center to Kent is London area. And now Microsoft is using Gandalf AI to help optimize deployments of software to millions of servers. Optimization of deployments in cloud is utterly important, as cloud pipelines use virtual machines to conduct deployments, and these AI optimizations can save incredible amounts of both time and money. In other news also related to Microsoft, GitHub, a company fully owned by Microsoft, unveils AI tool to speed up software development. This tool is called Copilot, and it was trained on billions of lines of code from projects on GitHub's development service to predict the intent of a function based on comments, documentation strings or doc strings, the name of the function, and any code entered by the developer. This tool is a collaboration between GitHub and OpenAI, and it will auto-complete entire blocks of code. This tool, called Copilot, is not designed to replace developers, also known as code monkeys, software engineers, or programmers, but rather to augment them. Currently, this tool is available in the technical preview version, so not available for all yet. In other news, Amazon is using algorithms with little human intervention to fire flex workers. What is Amazon Flex? In Amazon's own words, quote, You use your own vehicle to deliver packages for Amazon as a way of earning extra money to move you closer to your goals.
In other words, software bots are managing many human resource decisions for Amazon Flex. So, if flex workers are fired, it is AI doing the firing. Welcome to the new reality where AI is your boss, Amazon workers. Not in future, but right now. In other news, an AI system is helping aircraft avoid bad weather, restricted airspace, and clogged runways. Alaska Airlines will route all its flights using a system from Airspace Intelligence called Flyways. The system evaluates weather data, federal airspace closures, and the routes of all planned and active flights in the US to find the most efficient paths for aircrafts to reach their destinations. In other news, getting high accuracy out of a classifier trained on a small number of examples is tricky. You might train the model on several large-scale datasets prior to few-shot training. But what if the few-shot dataset includes novel classes? A new method performs well even in that case. The new method is Eleni Triantafilou of Google and Vector Institute, along with colleagues at both organizations, designed few-shot learning with a universal template, or FLUTE. The combination of shared and swappable layers constitutes a template that can be used to build new classifiers when relatively few examples are available. Rule of thumb so far was that one needs massive or big data, sometimes terabytes of data, to train models, but new technologies like transfer learning and the one mentioned above show that training models on small datasets is also possible. In other news, astronomers use artificial intelligence to reveal the actual shape of the universe. Japanese astronomers have developed a new artificial intelligence, or AI, technique to remove noise in astronomical data due to random variations in galaxy shapes. After extensive training and testing on large mock data created by supercomputer simulations, they then applied this new tool to actual data from Japan's Subaru telescope, and found that the mass distribution derived from using this method is consistent with the currently accepted models of the universe. This is a powerful new tool for analyzing big data from current and planned astronomy surveys. After training, the AI was able to recover previously unobservable fine details, helping to improve our understanding of the cosmic dark matter. So, in other words, this news item shows the future where the only entities able to advance scientific research will be not humans, but artificial intelligences. Finally, the Knowledge Corner! Since mentioned classifier above, let's pondify what it is. A classifier utilizes some training data to understand how given input variables relate to the class. When the classifier is trained accurately, it can be used, for example, to detect an unknown email. Classification belongs to the category of supervised machine learning, where the target's also provided with the input data. An algorithm that implements classification, especially in a concrete implementation, is known as classifier. The term classifier sometimes also refers to the mathematical function implemented by a classification algorithm that maps input data to a category. Top 5 classification algorithms in machine learning are logistic regression, naive Bayes, k-nearest neighbors, decision tree, support vector machines. So you can see it belongs usually to classic machine learning, not to deep learning. And that's it. Stay safe, meatbag.